Morning, guys. Myself, Sridharaj, working as assistant professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication at Government Engineering College, Haveri. Today, we are just going with the module 5 of basic electronics, that is digital electronics fundamentals, session 10, that is of communication system. Okay, so basic communication systems. Okay, so what is this communication? Communication system is defined as the process of exchanging the information between source and destination. Communication means we are just exchanging the information between the source and destination. So just I am just giving some information and you people will be accepting. That one is known as a communication. The basic concept of communication systems are information source, input, transducer, transmitter, communication, channel receiver, output, transducer, and destination. Okay, so this one, though, if the combination of all these things will be just acting as a communication channel. So this one is the initial information source what I am just giving. So transmitter is the material through the sound system whatever I am just giving. So this one is the communication medium. Okay, so this one is the noise, and so receiver. So the receiver means it might be a speaker or anything, and the destination, what exactly from where you people are been just listening. Okay, so information source means if I just talking about, okay, transmitter is the laptop system or desktop systems receiving the signal, that is the transmitting. The communication channel means the converting the model, and there will be a little bit of noise depending upon the natural process. Then receiver means wherever people are being getting, so through what the noise, the whatever the signal whatever it will be passing through, what I'll just receiving out. And the destination means at last where it is being just found. Okay, information source, as we know that the communication system establishes the communication bridge between the sender, transmitter, and the receiver. Okay, to establish this communication bridge between the sender and the receiver, first we need a information to send. So what exactly the information is to be sent? This information originates in the information source. The information generated by the source may be in the form of sound, human speech, picture, image source, words, plain text in some of the particular as is French, German, as well as the English. So it might be anything. So it might be a speech or image, or it might be a words or text, or okay, it might be a files or whatever it might be. Or sometimes it might be sending of a videos also, it might be a having. For example, if you are talking with your friend on a phone, you are considered as the information source who generates information in the form of sound. Okay, so simple is, if I'm just talking about to my friend through the mobile phone or whatever it might be, the speech is known as the, means whatever the voice I am talking about, that one is known as a information source. This message is a part of communication which involves sending information from source to destination. It might be any information, it might be a secret information, or it might be a personal information, or it might be a casual. So whatever the signal what I am sending is just the voice thing. Okay, information is a meaningful data that receives the consumption. Input transducer. If you want to communicate with your friend who is sitting beside you, then you can directly talk with him by using a voice signal or sound signal. Okay, see, a person sitting beside me, so we can directly talk a casual normal talk. Then at that time he will be listening by my voice. Okay, but if the same friend is farther away from you, then you can't directly communicate with him by using a voice signal, sound signal, because sound signals control travel larger distance, so it can't be controlling a, means it can't travel a longer distance. Okay, so only thing is what, so my sound, if I want to speak a louder, okay, then also it can be a maximum is what, how much, 100 meters or 50 meters, like that only the voice can be transferred. But if a person standing beside that, he will not be able to listen. Then it, if you just imagine from one place to another place, how this information can be passed. So in order to overcome this problem and transmit information to larger distances, first we need to convert the sound signal into other form of signal, that is electric signal or light signal, which travel larger distance. So the speech signal whatever is meant should be converted into electrical signal or a light signal. This device which is used to convert the sound signal into another form is called a transducer. What is the use of transducer is Transducer converts sound signal into a electrical signal or a light signal. Transducer is a device which converts one form of energy or signal into another form of energy. Transducer means it just converts from one energy or into another energy. The transducer is present at the input side and output side of the communication system. See, as we see that transducers will be having both at the input point as well as the output point. Next, the transducer that is present at the input side of the communication system is called input transducer. Generally, the input transducer converts the non-electrical signal, sound signal, light signal into electrical signal. Okay, so the transducer at the input part is known as the input transducer, that is the non-electrical signal, that is sound signal or a light signal. Like the best example of input transducer is the microphone, which is placed between the information source and the transmitter section. A microphone is a device which converts your voice signal, sound signal into electrical signal. Transmitter. Transmitter is a collection of electronic circuit designed to convert information into a single suitable for transmission over a given communication medium. So through what I am just passing through the information, that one is the means whether I am passing the information through a mail, or whether I am passing the information through a mobile phone, or whether I am talking towards the speakers. Depend upon that what medium I am using, depending upon that the signal will be just changing. If the messages are non-electrical, immediate transmission is not possible. Such message need to be coded or processed before transmission, and also requires suitable transducer to convert them into a electrical signal. Okay, so whatever I am giving a lecture now, that it should be recorded and then it can be just converted into a live form. So that one means it should be having a suitable transducer to convert them into a electrical signal. Most of the transmitters have built-in amplifier circuits. Amplifier means it will be using the signal strength. It will just increasing the signal strength. These circuits amplify the incoming signal before transmission. So before transmission only that signal should be just increased. Built-in circuits have decoders, encoder, transducer, etc. Communication channel. The communication channel is the medium by which the electronic signal is transmitted from one place to another place. Okay, there are many communication channels, that is already previously told, that through mobile phones, the landlines, or through your mails, internet. Okay, like this. The communication medium can be a pair of conducting wire, coils, optical fiber, cable, or a free space. Nowadays, all the materials, whatever people are been communicating are through the free space only. Okay, noise. Noise is a random undesired electrical energy that enters the communication system via the medium and interface with the transmitted energy. Okay, so we can't avoid the noise, but we can just reduce the noise. So noise is what? Randomly undesired electrical energy. Okay, that enters the communication system. Some noise is also produced in the receiver. Okay, so when we're talking, we'll be having a little bit of noises that which can't be avoidable. Noise can either be natural or man-made. Okay, there will be natural noise or a man-made noise. Natural noise includes noise produced by the nature. Example, from lightning during heavy rainy season, noise due to radiation produced by the sun and other stars. The signals can be just weakened up. So along with that, so during the rainy season, that is during lightning, there will be a little bit of distraction. That one is known as a noise. Man-made noise is the noise produced by the electrical ignition system of the cars, electric motors, fluorescent lights, etc. Okay, noise cannot be completely eliminated, but it can be reduced. Okay, receiver. It is a collection of electronic circuit designed to convert the signals back to original information. Okay, so whenever people are told that during the input transducer, what it is doing, we are converting the speech signal into a electrical signal. So in the at the receiving point, what it is having, that in electrical signal should be converted once again to a speech signal. It consists of amplifier, detector, mixer, oscillator, transducers, etc. Output transducer. Output transducer that is present at the output side of the communication system is called the output transducer. Generally, the output transducer converts the electrical signal into non-electrical signals like sound signal, light signal, both the sounds. Okay, then there are two different, that is input transducer as well as the output transducer. The best example of the output transducer is the loudspeaker, which is placed between the receiver section and the destination. The loudspeaker converts the electrical signal into sound signal, which is easily understandable by the humans at the destination. Okay, so if we just give a speech, so we'll be using the microphone along with the speaker. The voice of the person, if we are setting just for 10 members, then it can be easily audible. If it has been increased to nearly 100 students or 100 people, what it is having, a little bit of the, some people might be, if that only if I just use a normal speaker, then the whole 100 people also will be just listening. If the peoples have been increased to 1000 or more than 1000, then what, we should amplify the signal, and we should be using the bigger speakers. Destination, the destination is the final stage in the communication system. Generally humans at some places are considered as the destination. Okay, so if I just means all the persons who will be listening at that, at the last person who will be listening, that one is known as the destination. Normally human beings are the destination. Means I am giving certain lecturer right now, so that one is the, means being students, you are the destination. Means we are telling something and you people are being accepting something, that one is known as the destination. The destination is the final communication. Generally humans at some place are considered to at the destination. When you consume the information, for example, if you are watching TV, you are considered as the destination. Okay, so normally nowadays the mobile phones and the human being, that means we are sending the information through the mobile phones, so from that only people have been using the destination. Principle of operation of mobile communication. How exactly the mobile communication works? A cellular or mobile system provides standard telephone operation by full duplex two-way radio at remote location. Half duplex means, so we can just talk a single way. Okay, that is your walkie-talkie is known as a half duplex. That is only once we can speak or we can listen. Full duplex means we can do the alternate way. That is both, we can talk also or we can listen. That is there will be a two-way communication. It provides a wireless connection to the public switch network, that is PSTN. PSTN means public switch telephone network from any user location with radio range of system. Okay, so this one is the cell area. So this one is means we can just tell you the cellular networks. So when we passing through from this to one, this person, so the cellular network will be just passing the information from one to one, and then we will be getting at the last area. So this one is the structure of this cellular area. Global system mobile communication, GSM. GSM means global system for mobile communications. Okay, so this one is the basic structure of this one. So SIM means subscriber identity module. Okay, MA means mobile equipment. BTS means base transceiver station. BSC means base station controller. HLR is home location register. VLR is visitor location register. MSC is mobile services switching center. EIR is equipment identity register, and AUC is what, authentication center. So these are all the things what it will be just connected in your base station network system as well as the mobile station. So these two are your mobile station. So this one is the base station what you will be having, BSC as well as BTS. BTS is the base transfer station and BSC is base station controller. And this one is the network system, that is EIR, HLR and VLR. VLR means the visitor location register. So this one is the key functional elements of the GSM in the network. So global system of mobile communication will be having what, mobile station, base station, subsystem as well as network subsystem. The GSM network actually consists of three major systems, that is mobile station MS, base station subsystem BSS, and network and switching subsystem, that is NSS. The wireless link interface between the MS and the base station transceiver station BTS, which is a part of BSS. BSS is the base station subsystem. Many BTSs are controlled by the base station controller. Base station controller is connected to the mobile switching center, which is part of NSS, that is the network and switching subsystem. Mobile station. Mobile station communicates across the area interface with the base station receiver in the same cell in which the mobile subscriber unit is located. The mobile station communicates the information with the user and modifies it to the transmission protocol if air interface to communicate with the BSS. The MS has two elements. The mobile equipment refers to the physical device which comprises of transceiver, digital signal processor and the antenna. The second element of the MS is the GSM, is the subscriber identity model, that is the SIM. So SIM is the long form is what? Subscriber identity module. So it will be having its unique number. The SIM card is unique of the system. It has memory of 32 kilobyte. Base station subsystem. A base station subsystem consists of a base station controller and one or more base transceiver station. Each base transceiver station defines a single cell. A cell can have a radius between 100 millimeters to 35 kilometers depending upon the environment. Okay, for that only the network areas will be, all the antennas will be having more. A base station controller may be connected with BTS. It may control multiple bits BTS and hence multiple network and switching system. The network NSS is responsible for network operation. It provides the link between the cellular network and the public switched telecommunication network, PSDN or ISDN or data network. The NSS controls hands-off between cells in different bases, authentication users and validates their accounts and includes functions for enabling worldwide roaming of mobile subscriber. The switching subsystem consists of mobile switch center MSC. The MSC basically performs the switching functions of the system by controlling calls to and from other telephone and data system. Okay, MSC is the one which controls the calls to and from other telephone to and data system. So it will be having other network data. Home location register is the database software that handles the management of the mobile subscriber account. It stores the subscriber address, service type, current locations, forwarding address, authentications or chipping keys and billing information. So home location HLR is the, so only nowadays whatever the crime has been done, that one is easily located by this home location registers. It means according to the location where exactly your mobile phones are being used or to whom you have been called, all the data it will be having, for how much time you have been talked, and all those terms will be in a stored data. So only all the crimes have been found easily. In addition to the ISDN telephone number of terminal, the SIM card is identified with the International Mobile Subscriber Identity IMSI number, that is totally different from ISDN telephone number. Okay, next, visitor location register, VLR. VLR is temporary database software similar to the HLR, identifying the mobile subscriber visiting inside the coverage area of an MSC. Okay, so you'll be just moving from one location or one tower to the other tower. At that time it is just the visitor location register, but it will all be stored it in a what? In a home location register. In VLR assigns the temporary mobile subscriber identity that it is avoiding, I may say, on the air. Authentication center. The authentication database holds different logins that are used for authentication and encryption of the mobile subscriber, that verify the mobile user's identity and ensure the confidentiality of each call. The authentication holds the authentication and encryption keys for the subscriber in both the home and visitor location of the register. Equipment Identity Register, EIR. The EIR is another database that keeps the information about the identity of mobile equipment such as International Mobile Equipment IMEI number, that reveals the details about the manufacturer, content, production and device type. All the mobile phones whatever people are having will be having certain unique IMEI number. Okay, so if you just use that EMI number, depending upon that we can find the location of the person or the SIM identification. Means whenever if you lose your mobiles, so what you will do, if you just complain, then they will be mentioning the IMEI number. Once if you enter the IMEI number, okay, the authenticated person will be getting in the information of what all the, where that mobile is being used, which is the SIM it has been inserted into it, and to person who has been just calling, it can be watched and later it can be just detected. Whitelist. This location, this list contains the IMEI of the phones who are allowed to enter into the network, and blacklist. The list of the country contains IMEI of the phones who are not allowed to enter the network, for example, because they are stolen. Gray list. This list contains the IMEI of the phone normally not allowed to enter in the network, for example, because the software version is too old and because they are been repaired. working functions IWF. It is a system in the PLMN that allows for non-speech communication between GSM and other network. The task of an IDF particular transmission parameters and protocol convergence. Functions of BTS are to control BTS, radio resource management, handoff manager control, radio channel setup and frequency hopping network subsystem. The functions of MSC are call setup, supervision and relies, collections of billing information, call handling or routing, management of signal protocol, record of VLR and HLR that is home location register, call roaming and call routing capable GSM are handled. Next is your cellular telephony. Unit consists of 5 major parts: transmitter, receiver, synthesizer, logical unit, control unit. So this one is the block diagram of what? The mobile phones: control unit, logic unit, the receiver, the transmitter and the antenna and the frequency synthesizer. Transmitter. It is a low power FM transmitter operating in a frequency range of 825 to 845 megahertz. Okay. Next, there is 66,630 kilohertz transmit channel. The transmitter produces deviations of plus or minus 12 megahertz. The modulated output is translated up to final transmitter frequency with the help of mixer, whose second input also comes from frequency synthesizer. The unique feature of the high power transmitter is that the output is controlled by the cell site at MSTO, that is mobile telephone switching office. Receiver. The cellular receiver consists of RF amplifier, FM demodulators and filters. An RF amplifier boosts the level of received calls, cell site signal, received signals in is monitored by MTSO. Next, if the signal is weak in the present cells, the mobile unit is shifted to the site where the signal is strong. Frequency synthesizer. Frequency synthesizer is used to generate various signals required for transmitter and receiver. When a mobile unit initiates a call, the MTSO identifies the user and assigns a frequency channel which is not used by any other mobiles in the cell. MTSO sends unique code for setting channel frequencies. And the last is the logic unit. Logic unit is a microprocessor controlled master control circuit for cellular radio. It is basically controls the complete operation of MTSO and mobile unit. And the control unit is the one. The control unit is a set of speaker microphone with the touch tone dialing facility, and it shows the memory like numbers and dialing features. So this completes your communication system. Okay, thank you.